Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Wednesday, July 22nd. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you the three headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number up today is 5213, as in 52 minutes and 13 seconds. That's the length of a video released by the Texas Department of Public Safety yesterday showing the encounter between Sandra Bland and a Texas state trooper. Now, Sandra Bland, of course, is the black woman who was taken into police custody on July 10th and then died 3 days later mysteriously under suspicious circumstances while still in jail. Now, what the tape makes clear is that Sandra Bland didn't do anything wrong. As a matter of fact, the Texas state trooper said that he was going to give her a warning for her alleged traffic violation, but then somehow became annoyed that she spoke up for herself, and in retaliation, he demanded that she put out a cigarette that she was smoking in her car. When she refused to do so, he reached through the window, grabbed her by the neck, and when that didn't do the trick, pulled out his taser and said, quote, "I will light you up," close quote, and demanded that she exit. Now, one of the interesting things about the tape is that it appears, even though it corroborates many of the details that she gave of what happened to her family while still in jail, appears to have been heavily edited, so much so that the Texas Department of Public Safety announced an investigation of possible editing of the video today. And also there appears to be another officer who appears on audio off camera who seems to be aiding and abetting the officer rather than talking him down off the ledge. And honestly, until cops learn to check each other, incidents like this will continue to happen and people will remain on the streets. The next number today is 1000. That's the length of a deposition given by Bill Cosby in a 2005 sexual assault civil suit filed against him by Andrea Constand. Now, excerpts from that deposition, when they were released by a federal judge earlier this month, caused quite a stir because they underscored the fact that Bill Cosby did drug women before having sex with them, but most of that deposition remained under wraps. Now, somehow the New York Times managed to get its hands on a full copy of the deposition. It's 1,000 pages, and yesterday, Bill Cosby filed court action against Andrea Constand, demanding that the court take action against her, accusing her of having released the deposition even though he has no proof. Now, what's interesting is that Bill Cosby never took similar action against the nearly 50 women that he said slandered and lied against him, but rather the woman who revealed it, which shows that he thinks that the crime is not in the doing, but in the telling of it. And all of this just underscores that it may be finally time to bury the myth of Dr. Huxtable. The last number up today is 16, as in the 16th person to declare their candidacy for the Republican presidential nomination. And yesterday, Ohio Governor John Kasich did just that. Now, there's so many Republican presidential contenders that I think it's time that we start to refer to them by their numbers. So number 16, i.e. John Kasich, has moderated much since his days as a bomb-throwing lieutenant to Newt Gingrich in the contract with American Congress of the 1990s. As Ohio governor, he expanded Medicaid under Obamacare. Yesterday didn't mention President Obama by name and said that it was time for the Republican Party to focus more on the future than on the past. Now, perhaps these moderate views are why he's at 2% in the polls, but honestly, it's good to know that there are some moderate Republicans out there somewhere.